Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So I have a little kind of story time slash vent. And okay, so one of my friends, him and I, we always ask each other like, hey, what are you cooking for dinner? And so he has been cooking steak like every single day. And I'm like, man, that sounds delicious. So I went to the store and I got my steak, right? And I was like, yep, I'm gonna copy. And so I got a steak. And so I put it in the freezer because I was like, okay, I don't really feel like cooking today. Because you guys know I'm trying to up my cooking skills. But I was like, I don't really feel like cooking today. So I put it in the freezer. And so like maybe 4 days later, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna cook my steak. So I took it out to thaw it out, right? I put it in the fridge so it can thaw out. And so I didn't cook it that day. I went to go cook it the next day, right? So so all day long, I'm working. I'm like, yeah, tonight I'm about to eat my steak. You know how like you get in those like you get hyped up to eat your meal that you have in your mind. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna cook my steak. Like in my mind, like I'm gonna cook my steak for me and my babies. We're gonna have that. And I was like trying to think like, okay, maybe I'll put, a baked potato with it, and I'm gonna have this and that, right? So I'm like hyping myself up all day while I was working. And then so I went to the fridge to get it out because I was gonna put it in the oven to cook. And when I looked at it, it looked weird, right? It looks so weird, and it looks so weird that I just threw it away. And it was a big old ribeye, like a big ribeye steak. And it looked weird, and I threw it away. And I was like, darn. And I was so like disgusted because let me tell you guys, lately I've been feeling like meat doesn't taste the same. So me hyping myself up, I was like super disappointed because I really wanted some steak. And so I'm like thinking like, you know what, meat, I don't know what it is now that when I go to cook meat, it just looks gross to me. It looks so gross. I don't know what that's about. Like, I made my babies and I burgers on my Foreman grill. Y'all remember the Foreman grill? So I still have one. I bought a new one because I love them. And so you guys know how it's like tilted so the stuff in the gook could come out. So you're cooking the hamburger. Well, I was cooking the hamburger on the grill and all the gook and stuff was coming out, and I was just like, darn. I mean, I ate it, but I was still like grossed out. I was still super grossed out. And then I just started thinking like, man, it's starting to taste really, really weird to me. And it's almost a thing where I don't really like to prepare meat anymore. Like when I cook meat, I season it real quick so I don't have to actually like look at it. I know I may be weird. So I don't know what that's about. And then so my mind, I have my tin hat on, guys. I have my tin hat on, and I just start to think like, okay, I know there's farms with cows and different things, right? Chickens and da da da. But is there really enough farms for all of these grocery stores to be stocked? Because think about it, there's a lot of grocery stores, there's a lot of restaurants. Where is all this meat coming from, right? Think about it. Where are they able to fully stock? Like these stores are stocked. It's not like one, it's like a ton of meat in all of these stores, all of these restaurants. And I'm like, you know what? I think they came out with fake meat. I don't know. They may be circulating some fake meat, right? And I kind of low-key feel that way because I feel like meat does not taste the same to me. And I don't know if it's my body is just trying to be like, hey, you need to be vegetarian or you need to just chill on the meat for a little bit. I don't know. But even like in my mind, like if like I can't prepare meat, like just be looking at meat, like now it just feels gross. And it seems gross, and I'm just like, oh. And so if I go to a restaurant and they prepare it, because like for example, my favorite meal one of my favorite meals is from P.F. Chang's, and it's pepper steak and rice, and I get it all the time. And I don't actually see them cooking it, so I see the final product and it tastes fine, right? So I'm like, well, maybe I just can't cook meat. maybe I don't know, something about meat, right? So I did go down this rabbit hole of thought about how is there enough cows to have all this meat? The stores are packed, right? Restaurants are packed. And I was kind of wondering if you guys felt the same way. Do you feel like meat tastes different? Do you feel like maybe it's digesting different in our bodies? You know, they put so many hormones in this meat. They say it's regulated, but like, who actually knows if it's actually regulated, right? So I was like, well, maybe it's not just me. Maybe other people feel that way. Because I did do a video on fruit, like fake fruit and such. So they do fake fruit. They have to do fake meat, because if you think about it, meat is like $1 billion a year industry. Of course they're going to do things to make more money. Of course, right? So I don't know, but I just had to tell you guys my little story time real quick. I do have a couple of videos for you guys to see. There's this thing called 3D print meat. Bruh. 3D print meat. And basically they're printing meat, and it's not like a ink print, right? It's meat, but they make it look like ground beef. They make it look like steak. It's weird. I did not know they had this. Did you guys know they had 3D meat? They also have mock meat. Mock meat! So when you guys are going meat shopping, you need to look at the label, because the label legit says mock meat, which, what the hell is mock meat? What the heck is mock meat? Like, what? So I don't know. I mean, I still like steak. I still like burgers. I still like all those things. It just lately, I feel like it just been tasting super weird, and I don't know what the heck is going on. They keep trying to say we're overpopulated, right? But who says we're overpopulated? Like, who gives someone the authority to say the world is overpopulated, right? So I don't know, but there's fake, well, I wouldn't say fake, but it's called mock meat. So please, when you guys are grocery shopping, look down at the label and see what it actually says. Because it looks legit regular. So if you're just checking the price, like, you need to make sure you check the actual like name, like pot roast. Like, I saw one, it said mock pot roast or mock bottom roast or something like that kind of verbiage, mock. So what are you mocking? How you mocking? So is it fake? Like, and then also, if you feel like, if it's mock, right, not real, like, what else is in there? Like, what else is in there? How is it gonna cook? You know, like, how is this mock meat gonna cook like real meat? What are you guys putting in it? You know? So I just had to see if you guys felt the same, because food's been tasting different, and I don't know what it is, and a part of me is like, maybe it's not real. You know, you guys already know seedless grapes and that whole rabbit hole, but I don't know. So let me know if you guys are feeling like meat doesn't taste the same. You know, if you're kind of getting a weird energy from it, a weird vibe, you know, like your gut is like, something is off. Something is off. But yes, but look I have a couple videos. Watch these videos. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of scary, because it's like, dang, they're doing this now. So I don't know. I guess we just got to do the best we can. Pray over our food, you know, ask for to cover us, you know. But yeah, check out these videos. Tell me what you think, and be brave.
Second video, regular roast, mock. We got mock tender steaks. Yo, that is wild. Gotta keep your eyes out, people. They selling fake meat in the stores now. And you wouldn't even be able to tell. Look at that, side by side. You wouldn't be able to tell. Look at that, side by side. You wouldn't be able to tell. Jesus. All right.
A juicy, sizzling steak made by computer. While obtaining regular meat is a process that's been taking place for millennia, cow, butcher, beef. Redefined Meat, a meat alternative startup out of Israel, makes their product using a highly technical process. The mix of soy and pea protein, chickpeas, beetroot, nutritional yeast, and coconut fat is formed into steak-like shapes using a 3D printer.
Our goal is to become the largest meat company in the world just by harnessing technology instead of animals.
Meat substitutes are not new, but unlike the soy-based crumbles that mimic ground beef, Redefined Meat's product is designed to act, taste, and cut like flank steak.
This is the holy grail of alternative meat.
But the most important part, how does it taste? This diner was happy.
You know that McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers every single day? That's nearly 200 million a month. But here's the strange part, where are all the cows? Even if one cow gives 1,000 burgers, McDonald's alone would need hundreds of thousands every month. And that's not counting Burger King, Wendy's, or the rest. So where are they hiding all these cows? Massive secret farms, underground ranches, or maybe something we're not supposed to know?
Nigga, this the meat they selling us, but I just did that on my finger, boy. I ain't even push that. Watch this, look. Come on, bro. Look, this shit coming apart. Look, it's coming apart. Watch this. Look at that. It's like jelly or something. This is jelly meat. But mind you, look though. Look, this is a T-bone steak. T-bone steak. $9. When the fuck you ever seen a T-bone steak for $9? Look, this is what I was gonna consider getting. $21, 2 T-bones. Watch this. Ha! I knew it! Look! Look! We have the meats. This ain't meat, bitch.
They now have magnetic chicken inside the stores. I can't make this up, bro. So this lady went inside the store and she grabbed a magnet and she just tested her chicken on some great value chicken inside of Wally World. And guess what? It's magnetic. Boy, I can't make this up, boy. When have y'all ever known chicken to be magnetic? And we already know that magnets stick to metal, so what metal particles are inside the chicken? I'm just asking. Don't y'all find that, like, interesting? That somehow, some way, that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, now there's chicken that's magnetic. Which makes you think, what kind of metal particles are inside of the chicken to turn the chicken magnetic, where the magnet sticks to the chicken? Yeah, gang. Let me know what y'all think about this magnetic chicken in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Share to somebody that don't know and follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content.